Been asked a few times how I pack my pack. Thought I would shoot a short video to show you how. Keep in mind that everybody does this differently. There is no perfect system. There is no right and wrong. You do what works best for you. This is just how I do it, and I thought I'd share. So, let's take a look. First of all, my pack is the Nero from Z-Packs, and I've modified it a little bit. First of all, I use the Gossamer Gear Thin Light 1/8 inch pad. I've also added the trekking pole stays onto the pack. I attached the bottom loop to one of the loops for the hip belt and the other one on the daisy chain on the shoulder strap, so I can put them here underneath. So I've also added a shoulder strap. I keep a rag for wiping sweat, condensation, etc. I keep my headlamp. I keep those in my shoulder pouch for easy access. I also keep other easy access things: lip balm, bug spray, antibacterial hand sanitizer, and some Bronner's soap, biodegradable soap. I use those frequently. I also keep my first aid kit. I keep that in a red Ziploc so I can differentiate the two really quickly. I keep both of these in my shoulder pouch. Going around to the back, of course, I keep my Smart Water bottle in the side pocket. I can actually reach around and grab that while I'm walking. On the other side, I keep my ditty bag, and in this ditty bag I keep my spoon, toothpaste, toothbrush, smelly items, snack trash, snacks. I keep all of these things inside this. I can also reach around while I'm walking without stopping, pull this out, eat a snack, put the trash back in there, stuff it back in the pack, be on my way. Don't have to stop. On the outside of my pack, I keep toilet paper and a trowel. I keep my stove, and for my stove, I have this in a Z-Packs Cuban fiber bag. Inside of there, I keep my BRS stove and a lighter inside of my rucksack for my bear bagging kit. It's kind of a dual purpose here, so it doesn't rattle around. And I don't have to carry an extra sack. I keep my fuel canister in here. And I keep the Evernew 570 titanium pot. I recently switched to this from Toaks. This comes in at 1.9 ounces. It's got rubber insulation on the handles, and it's the right size to boil my meals, since I'm only boiling for one most of the time. This is what I'll carry. Keep this on the outside. I keep my Sawyer pouches and my Sawyer micro squeeze water filter. I actually like the new Sawyer water pouches. They're lighter than a Smart Water bottle. They're smaller than a Smart Water bottle. The caps work with the Smart Water bottle, and they're actually really good. They've updated them whenever they came out with this micro squeeze, and I really like them. I carry 2 of them, and that gives me 2 liters carrying capacity on the pouches, and then 1 liter on my Smart Water bottle. I keep my tent stakes on the outside. I don't want them damaging any of my nice gear inside. So that's it for the outside. Let's see what I got in. So I keep my food bag, my bear bag. I actually put that side by side with my clothes bag. I like to keep my clothes bag, all of my clothes, my puffy, my pillow, my rain jacket. I like to keep all of those things inside of this Cuban fiber or Dyneema draw bag. I like the draw top for this just because it's easy access. If I need to make this completely dry, which I haven't yet because this bag is Dyneema and it's pretty water resilient, but I can just twist the top up here, stuff it down a certain way, or if I need to, I can draw the cord around it, stays dry. Inside here, I keep my gloves. This is all on top. I usually keep this. I keep my gloves. I keep my pillow. And the reason I keep my pillow there is because the back of this pillow, which I will be doing a review on this pillow, by the way. This is the Nemo Philo Elite. Great pillow. However, it is a little flat if you're a side sleeper. But the great thing about it, in the back, there's kind of a stuff sack. So I stuff my rain jacket in there just to give me a little bit extra height, because I toss and turn a lot at night, and that gives me the height I need to be comfortable when I'm on my side. But I keep that on top, so if I need to pull my rain jacket out real quickly, I can just reach in that stuff sack, pull my rain jacket out. Then I keep my Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer jacket. I keep, I'm not gonna pull all this out. You can check out my other video, which I'll link here, and see what all is in my pack. I use Patagonia lightweight base layers. I use Montbell Dyneema, or I'm sorry, Montbell Tachyon wind pants. I use those for bug protection, vapor barrier at night, or if I'm hiking during the day to keep me warm. I keep my gloves in here. I use the Mountain Hardwear Power Stretch gloves. I keep 2 extra pair of thin socks, synthetic socks to sleep in, or one to change out in. And that all goes inside this bag. The reason I like to put it in this bag is because whenever I get to camp, or if I need to set up a shelter at some point, and it happens to be raining, then I can pull this entire sack out. I can set it down. If it's getting a little bit wet, it's not going to get inside and get my items wet. And then the next thing I keep in there is my tent, which is a Z-Packs Plexamid tent, in the camo version. So I keep that in next. Would pull this out, set my tent up, stake everything out, create my vestibule. And in the meantime, this is still staying dry. I can toss this under my vestibule. I can stuff this, actually, once I get my tent, I can stuff this back inside the bag if I need to, if it's raining hard enough, just to keep things a little more dry. And in the very bottom, I keep my Z-Packs sleeping bag. This is a 20-degree classic bag. Broad, long. I prefer a bag over a quilt, although this is kind of a hybrid of sorts. You can unzip it and use it as a 3/4 quilt. You don't have to completely enclose yourself in it, which is what I do if I get hot. I also keep my sleeping pad inside of here. I want both of those things to stay completely dry. First things first, my bag, my sleeping pad, and my sleeping pad go in first. Then I put my tent in. All of that fits in there nice and compressed at the bottom. I put that sleeping bag stuff sack in horizontally or sideways, stuff it down on the bottom. The width of it is perfect for this pack. And then I take my clothes bag. I can compress this a little bit, get some of the air out of it if needed. I stuff that down in there, off to one side, and then I will take my food bag and I will stuff that on the side of it. And the reason I prefer to do that side by side on the clothes and the food is because if I ever need to stop to get a clothing item, I don't have to remove my food bag entirely from my pack. I can just reach off to the side, pull my ditty sack open that has my clothes and things in it, my jacket, puffy, this, and reach down in there, pull out what I need, and keep on trucking. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, share my video, and I will be coming up with some new content. I did take a trip here just to kind of shake down and test out some new gear. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate you stopping by. God bless, and hike on.